I'm Spencer.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is where besties meet books.
Bond over books.
Bond over books. I keep forgetting.
All the
Besties
B's.
bond over books.
And we are here bonding today.
Woohoo! And we're booked and busy for the month of December. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, rapid fire. Hacha! Oh, let me just take one. What are you watching right now?
Okay, this one was super easy because we saw Wicked.
Yes!
And it was so good.
It was so good.
I listened to the soundtrack driving home that night.
Yeah.
To Monroe. And then I also saw Gladiator 2, which was good. I mean, Wicked was better, obviously, but still very entertaining.
Nice.
Would recommend both of them. Nice. I just took probably the one that you were going to say, but what about you? What are you watching?
Well, I haven't watched it yet, but the finale of Great British Baking came out on Friday.
Oh, did you see who won?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I haven't spoiled it,
Okay.
which is like, usually I always get spoiled like on social media, and I haven't yet. So
Be careful
like,
on Instagram because they posted it immediately.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. So I haven't watched the finale yet.
Yeah.
And I like all the three that are left.
Who
So.
do you want to win? I'll ask that.
I like the Christian.
Okay.
That guy. I like him. He's always fun, and I like his accent as well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
But yeah. So Great British Baking, the finale is. I'm about to watch that soon.
Good choice. Good choice. Drink of the month.
Ooh. Okay. I want to try. So I have a lot of coworkers that are in Argentina, and they are telling me about this drink that they mix with, like this liquor that they mix with Coke, that I want to try.
What's it called?
I cannot remember what it's called off the top of my head. They sent me a picture of it. I'd have to go look. But they keep telling me how good it is, and it's like an Argentina like drink.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, I want to try this, and I keep telling them I will.
And it's like a liquor and Coke.
Yeah, and I was like, rum, and they were like, no, it's not rum.
Interesting.
But yeah, while I look that up, what's your drink?
Oh yes. I don't know. I feel like it's just like hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate when it's cold.
Oh yeah.
I've already had some Starbucks hot chocolates, which have arguably one of the best hot chocolates.
They serve it at the perfect temperature, and I'm just like,
And the whipped cream.
It's great.
It's so good.
Like-
They use like mocha syrup, I think, is why, like the chocolate syrup, and it just like it's rich and it's perfect.
Love
and can't go wrong with hot chocolate.
Fernet
con coca.
Fernet con coca. Yeah, it's Italian Amaro liquor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
I know.
Just
They're
see what
like,
you
Spencer,
thought.
it's great.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next? What are you looking forward to reading this month?
So, I'm really short on my goal, so I'm gonna try and read a lot.
Remind me of your goal.
Well, it had been 60, and I am at 45, so I can at least get to 50, which is what I got to last year.
Okay.
But if I want to get to 60, that's like 15 books.
Whoa. Whoa.
But so outside of that, my goal, I've started a lot of series this year, I feel like, and I have like the books for it. So
That was some of those Elsie Silver books. They're such a quick
that's
read.
what I'm reading right now. I'm reading, which, by the way, you didn't tell me the fourth book immediately starts with pregnancy trope. Immediately starts with a pregnancy trope. I almost threw it down.
Oh, for some reason I thought it, it's such a big part of it, and it will spoil it.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Because she like has the miscarriage in the other book.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to be like, oh, by the way,
She's
she
another
is
baby.
pregnant.
Yeah. Anyway, that is what I'm reading right now. But
It's accidental pregnancy. It's a little different.
It's a little different, sure. And the baby's there, I guess. She's not pregnant for much
she's
of
not.
it.
Yeah.
They flash forward. Anyway, I have like so many series that I've started this year that I'm gonna try and like that I have the books for still. I'm gonna try and get through.
Nice.
So yeah, what about you?
Solid. I'm really looking forward to reading the finale for Caraval. What was there? I got the Inheritance Games.
Oh, nice.
On sale.
Very nice.
Yeah, after you told me that Target was doing that buy two get one, I got the first three.
Oh,
and
that
I
makes
was like,
sense.
yeah, super cheap.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm most excited about the finale for Carol.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to read it. It's gonna be good. I think
it's yours.
Yeah. What did you read in November?
I started Caraval.
You did?
Yeah. That was
the first two.
Yeah, the first two. I read Caraval and Legendary, and that was the main thing I read. Yeah, November was a slow month.
Yeah, well, it's been busy, I feel like.
It
We've
has.
had a lot. We've been traveling. We've been like, it's Thanksgiving.
It's been everywhere.
Yeah. I think that I only read a few books, but I finished Manacle. That was a big one for me.
Oh, yeah,
That was huge.
Which all counts.
Like 3 books, basically.
It counts.
I was close to finishing it before, but, and then I read Book of the Month, and then I read one of the Elsie Silver ones, the third one.
The friend one?
Yeah. And Lightlark. Those are the 4 I read.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were good.
High and low of the month.
Okay, I think high is Y'all Fest.
Yeah.
I think it was just so fun. Low, I mean, it was actually a really good month.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, like, I only say this because, like, it happened literally a few days ago, but just, like, the stress of watching Georgia football right now, that's probably my low. It's just taking years off my life.
Yeah. It's not fun.
It's not.
It's not fun.
What about you, Spencer?
High would be Y'all Fest for sure. And Charleston in general. I had never really been, like, out in Charleston. It was fun. Had some really good food. It was really pretty. Low, this is, like, such a minor thing.
Yeah.
But I've never been personally offended by someone not liking a book, and then when Sarah said she didn't like Assistant to the Villain, I was like, what?
Yeah, you know,
very small
that hurts,
low. Very small low of the month.
But it's like, that does hurt to, like, love a book and then have someone be like, it's not for me.
She, like, didn't finish it.
She didn't finish it.
She, like, DNF'd it.
And then she, like, Googled the ending.
Yeah.
To, like, know.
Because even if there's, like, books, because, like,
I have to finish it.
Yeah, I have to finish it.
Yeah.
And I was like, she hated it. And I was just like, oh, man.
And all the things she hated about it. She was very specific.
Everything she hated about it. I loved about it.
Is why Spencer loves it so much.
It's crazy.
Which did make me think we should, when we're doing our reviews, we should start saying, like, at the beginning, like, who this book is for. Because I feel like it's very easy to be like, I love this book, it's so good.
That's fair.
And, like, we tell them what it's about, but it could be like, Sarah didn't like this specific part about it, and it's like, if she knew that going in, she probably wouldn't have read it.
No,
because we know what she does like, and what she doesn't like.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was. I was just like, damn.
That does hurt.
It hurt. It hurt.
It's okay. So I like the book. It's okay. A lot of the world likes the books. That's fair. That's fair. So now we have our questions of the month.
Yes. Is there a book that made you want to travel somewhere that wasn't on your radar?
I really like this question, and I'm gonna say, I feel like I've said this before, but Michigan.
That was mine too.
I thought it would be yours too.
I literally read this question and I was like, yeah.
Michigan. Thank you, Emily Henry.
She does such a good job of making it like seem magical.
Not that like I didn't give, like, I knew the lakes that there existed.
Yeah.
But, like, we have lakes down here.
Yeah, it's like, oh, one lake. You see one lake, you see them all.
Like, you're up north, it's cold.
Yeah.
But she really does. She makes you feel like it's worth visiting.
Yeah, she makes those towns feel like just
homey.
Yes, just the right size and like not whimsical, but just like very like they're just so special.
Yeah. So I actually asked a similar question to my team at work for like we do like a Friday question. And I said this, like I said Michigan or whatever. And one of the girls on my team goes, Kristen, you know you can go there. You can move there.
It's not like that.
Because I was like, where would you, like, I think move or live in?
Yeah.
And she was like, that's attainable. You can move to Michigan. I'm like,
you can move there tomorrow.
Like, you're not wrong.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes, no, it's good, it's good. Okay, so my question for you is, how do you get out of a reading rut? The worst of the worst.
It's the worst. And I almost have to reread something, not necessarily like all of it.
Okay.
But sometimes I like to go back and like reread
like things you know you like.
Things I know I like to kind of like jumpstart me.
Interesting.
It's either that or I just have to just like force myself into it. But sometimes when I force myself into it, like I feel like that's what I did one time with that Cruel Prince book. And it was just like...
You were already in a reading rut.
Yeah. And
that
I feel
one's
like
not going to get you out.
And I felt like I was like forcing myself to read it. And then it was like I think if I went back and read it, I might like it more and like continue the series because it was just like... I don't know. I feel like I was in a rut and then read that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sometimes like to just like read something, and it could just be something small. It could even just be fan fiction.
Yeah.
Like stuff that I know that like I like, and it's like, okay, it's getting me back in my groove.
Yeah. I would agree. I would agree with that. I think that like I'm such a mood reader that like I can really easily get in ruts where I'm like, ugh, nothing sounds good.
Yeah.
I usually will turn to a thriller because they're so fast and easy to read.
That's true. They're just like.
They're fast, they're easy to read, and like I know that like even if it's like a mediocre thriller, I'm gonna like be like, oh, a twist. And I don't have to like really commit to anything or like the characters or the setting, like world building. Definitely cannot read a fantasy when I'm in a rut.
No.
Like that is like
it's just like it's
you're
overwhelming.
asking for trouble.
It's overwhelming. It's just like
it's like a slug, and you just like can't get through it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, it just sounds exhausting.
And it is exhausting.
Yeah.
And it's just
fantasy's exhausting.
It's a commitment.
It's a commitment.
When you like fantasy, you have to really commit to it. It's not for the faint of heart.
No, definitely not.
Don't judge anyone that can't handle fantasy.
So true.
Well, that was, we were very booked and busy in November.
Yeah.
We are planning on doing a more in-depth video on Y'all Fest.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to come out after this one. Because I know we, like, just barely touched on it, but we feel like it deserves its own video.
There was so much it does deserve its own video.
Yeah, a whole weekend.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
So come back and hear about Y'all Fest, and then go next year. We encourage everybody.
Yeah, no, like, spoiler alert, 10 out of 10 recommend.
Yes.
It was great. It was fun. It was easy. And
cheers to Y'all Fest.
Do it again. Oh, yes. We haven't done a cheers in so long, I feel like.
I feel like we forgot about it.
Oh, my goodness.
Cheers to Y'all Fest.
Y'all Fest.
And to being booked and busy in December. And to you getting your reading goal.
Yeah. I can read 15 books in 30 days.
You can do it.
31 days? There's 31 days in January.
Yeah, who needs sleep?
I mean, you could do it. If anyone could do it, Spencer could do it.
I don't need sleep.
She doesn't need sleep. She's got caffeine.
Yes.
Who needs sleep when you have caffeine?
Running through my veins.
I mean, I feel like I was tired this weekend. I don't know why, but like being with family is exhausting.
Holidays and being like, it's like the combination of the two is exhausting.
You're constantly talking. You just like don't have me time.
No.
Like I went to bed at like 10 o'clock like twice this past 4 days.
Same.
And the only reason I didn't go to bed at 10 o'clock the other night was because of the Georgia game.
I even went to bed at 10 o'clock that night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was like, well, it was after the first half,
and
I was
that
like,
was trash.
Yeah, and I was like,
if I wasn't watching it with my dad, I probably would have too.
Yeah, and my dad had fallen asleep. Yeah. So you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm going to bed.
You know how anxious I get watching football? My parents, my dad and my brother also know that. And like, I was literally like hiding under a blanket when it was like the OT. I didn't even know those OT rules existed.
Because nobody ever gets that far. Because nobody gets
to 8 OTs.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I watched it the next morning and I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I wanted to throw up. It's fine. So yeah, it's been a great November. I hope you guys had a great holiday, Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S. If not, hope it was just a great November.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.